Hello students, today we will study more about physical and the chemical changes. As we have already discussed that in case of physical change there is always change in size, shape and state. Whereas in case of chemical changes something new is always formed. New products are always formed. There is change in color and release of energy. So this is all about physical and chemical changes. In this you will get the difference between physical and chemical changes which we have already discussed. Physical changes are mostly reversible, no new substances are formed. Some of them are irreversible also. The substance retains the chemical property. Physical property gets changed, but yes, chemical property are retained. But in case of chemical change, there is change in the chemical property and we get a new substance formed. One or more new substances are formed in case of chemical change, and chemical changes are always irreversible. Now there is one activity where we can give one more example of chemical change. Here in this setup, we have to take baking soda and vinegar. We have to put it in one of the test tube, and with the help of delivery tube we will collect carbon dioxide, because we know whenever baking soda gets combined with vinegar, CO2 is formed. So CO2 will be passed with the help of a delivery tube, or it is also called U-bent tube. It is also called U-bent tube, U-bent or delivery tube. So it will be passed to this test tube. This test tube contains slaked lime, that is calcium hydroxide. This is the lime water. So lime water we know turns milky whenever carbon dioxide is passed into it. So this test tube B contains lime water, test tube A contains vinegar and baking soda. Vinegar and baking soda combines and produce carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is passed to the test tube B, which is having lime water. Lime water is calcium hydroxide. So carbon dioxide gets combined with calcium hydroxide and it turns milky because of the formation of calcium carbonate. Because of the formation of calcium carbonate. So what we have learnt is vinegar plus baking soda, they combine together to form carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is passed to the lime water. Lime water is calcium hydroxide and it turns milky. It becomes milky or whitish in appearance because of the formation of calcium carbonate. So this is also a kind of chemical reaction, and we have come to know that in some of the chemical reaction there is evolution or the release of gas. In this case the released gas was the carbon dioxide. So we have already discussed about the rusting, but with this slide you will come to know about rusting, that iron Fe is required for rusting, and with moist air rust or iron oxide is formed. Now next one is displacement reaction. In displacement reaction, a more reactive metal displaces a less reactive metal from its salt solution. So I will write it like this. Again it is Fe, that is more reactive than copper. Copper is having its salt solution, copper sulfate solution. So it will displace, Fe is more reactive than copper. So Fe will displace copper from its salt solution and new substance formed will be FeSO4. It will be FeSO4 plus copper. So this is how displacement reaction takes place. Thank you very much. Revise well.